start. That day yesterday, it was amazing, but it was also so much. You could probably tell from the little bit that I did film afterwards. I was totally like, my brain just shut down, and I mean, this whole thing is overwhelming. I probably don't need to explain that to you, but yeah, so okay, where do we begin? First of all, I'm really glad I did make the decision to hire Robert Danielsson. I didn't need to, because this was technically not even a second, well, yeah, kind of a second opinion, but it was the third inspection of the house. First, it was just the general one that you do when you buy a house. Then when it turned out that there was the fungus, the real estate agent had called somebody in, which at the time when I looked up Robert, I was not aware of that the real estate agent had done that. I thought, oh, I need to fix this now. So I just went online looking for, you know, I think I typed in fungus or something, or in Swedish probably, hussvamp. And that's how I found Robert Danielsson. Yeah, I just reached out to him immediately and we had a really good conversation. And then in the meantime, it turned out, oh, the real estate agent is also looking into this, or having somebody look into this. So suddenly there were these two experts, which in hindsight, I'm so grateful. I don't believe in, do you have that saying in English? They like that? No, I don't think so. But in German, you say that too many chefs are ruining the soup. I don't think that. Like, what would have, the different scenarios that I was considering might turn out is they both agree, which just gives me all the more security, okay, that this is the way to proceed. They both disagree on something, then of course it's like, oh shit, like what do I go with now? How do I know? But at the same time, that means, okay, you can't just move forward, which is probably what you would do if you would just talk to one person. You would just go on what they're saying because they're the expert and you don't know, or I guess it's how I feel. So what ended up happening is, for the most part, everybody is agreeing. There's a couple of things where I feel like, oh, I can actually trust my gut on how I want to move forward, which recommendation I want to follow, what sounds like it makes sense to me. And if it turns out that I'm wrong, I can still do the other thing. And it's fine. I can get specific about it. Like, the main part that needs to be fixed, obviously, is the fungus. And that is something where I wouldn't say they disagree, but they have different suggestions. The expert that I talked to through the real estate agent, who is also, by the way, both are very nice people, like, and I do trust both of them, and I do feel like they both want what's best for the house. So I'm really grateful for that. I don't feel like any of my decisions that I'm going to make moving forward will be about not trusting somebody. It'll just be about my gut feeling tells me I want to do this and I'm going to go for it. And also something that Robert pointed out yesterday, which is kind of funny, because as a coach, this is kind of what I'm all about, that you do make mistakes. Like, just like I don't want anybody to use inner work to avoid living their life, this applies to me in this house renovation process. Like, I have to stop being afraid of making mistakes, because I will make them, they will happen. And you get to do it over. You start over, you correct something. Nothing is unfixable. You can't ever ruin anything to the point of, oh, it can't be fixed, is what I believe. And if that does happen, then I actually do believe then, well, there is a reason for that too. But anyway, so the suggestion from the contractor that I got in touch with through the real estate agent is, well, there's a scenario in which I would let companies do the basement for me. And according to him, that would be between 400 and 500,000 kroner. And that would entail taking out the entire flooring of the ground floor to be able to even reach the fungus or the basement properly. And I was like, well, is there a scenario in which I don't have companies do everything? And to which his answer was, oh, you can do most of the stuff yourself. Just for the electricity, you need to have somebody come in, but you can do it. Like, just taking out the floor will save you so much money if you do it yourself. And so I was already prepared to, okay, that might be something I need to do. And I understand, yeah, I can do that. I mean, it's not rocket science. It's just a lot of work. But what Robert suggested yesterday is something way more, I don't know how to say it. It feels way better because it entails not taking out the floor. What he is suggesting is that I'm having a company come in and, like, I don't even know what you call it, but apparently there's like these big, like, I'm gonna call them vacuums. That's probably not what the term is, but basically they would put in a pipe into the basement and it would just suck everything out from under there, like fungus, debris, everything like that has accumulated there, that is like the insulation has fallen down and all that stuff. He says, well, that of course it's an investment, probably like 10,000 kroner or something, and it will take them half a day and it will save me so much headache to have it done that way. And then he suggested I put in new boards underneath where the insulation would have been. And that's the part that I would be doing, putting all of that in the entire floor from underneath. And then I would open up the trimmings in each room, or not the trimmings, but on the edge of each room, I would make a cut to open it up and put in the insulation that way. And that way I would not need to take out the entire floors. This, of course, is also a lot of work, and it will I mean, yeah, it's a lot of work either way, but somehow I prefer that suggestion because it feels like I can just feel like, yeah, that makes sense. And interestingly, he is also saying that the fungus, like if I do that, then the main thing for me to do is making sure that no new moisture will get in. And I don't want to go into the details. Hey there, this feels like a good time to insert a little disclaimer, which maybe you don't even need, but I don't know, I just feel better doing it. This video, you can tell I'm not an expert. Every house is different, so I'm sharing this to give you inspiration and ideas if you're either interested or in a similar situation. But of course, this does not substitute the expertise of somebody who actually knows what this is all about and has seen your house. So maybe this is helpful to you to, yeah, when you're considering whether you want to get someone like Robert to look at your house. And so take everything that I'm saying, like, yeah, this is specific to my house, and this is also a lot of my gut decisions. So yes, just wanted to get that out there. I mean, I didn't ask specifically, but we never spoke about, there's all these machines that you can put in that will completely dry out a basement, and then you also need to seal off the house so that nothing else comes in. And that's always felt like, that feels like a very modern solution that for some reason I don't really like for this house. And what he was suggesting to me is just leveling or not leveling, but kind of shaping the ground around the house in a way that the ground goes like this away from the house, so that the water goes away from the house, because right now it's kind of like this in some parts. And then I went on Pinterest last night and looked for solutions for how to do with the rain gutters or the rain pipes. I'm lacking all the terminology, I'm so sorry about my English. And there's really fun stuff, like you have to type in rainscaping and you will see what I mean. Maybe I'll put up a couple of pictures. But so now I'm in this really, oh, this could actually be like this went from being like this dreadful thing that I need to fix to, oh, I can play around with this. You can do really nice things with the water, like creating these water beds that are leading the rainwater away from the house, and make like little like creeks or whatever, and kind of, yeah, rainscape your garden that way, or even use it to naturally water raised beds and stuff like that, and it's so much fun. So now I'm all excited about this, and of course we talked about a bunch of other stuff, and he's so knowledgeable, and I feel like this was such a good investment. Like I said, of course I considered, do I want to spend this extra money? And I feel like when you're spending this kind of money, at first it sounds like, oh my goodness, so much money for something that I possibly don't need. I feel like this has already been worth it like 10 times over because of the money that his knowledge is saving me. And also that I get more of a picture. It's like, it's good to get as much of an idea of what you're going to do moving forward before starting, so that you just, I mean, I'm the type of person, I like to just get into stuff and then you realize, oh wait, this isn't working. And that with a house could cost me a lot more money than taking a little extra time in preparing, and maybe spending a little more on the preparation than would be necessary. But if that means that I don't have to hire companies to do this, for example, the floor job for like 400,000 simply because I don't know any other options, then well, this is easily worth it, and all the other tips as well. So I'm really grateful. And it was also really cool. He had a drone with him, so he took drone pictures of the house, and you've seen them on Instagram maybe if you follow me there. If you don't, do, and also follow Robert if you're into Swedish houses being renovated and learning about how to do that. And that was also really nice that he is somebody who is used to being in front of the camera, so I got some really good shots for the vlog, I think. And it was really nice that he was even willing, or offered that we would film a proper intro for him coming. So that's really fun. I'm so used to, you know, being around people who are not used to being in front of the camera, which is, I guess, still most people. So it's really fun to actually meet somebody who also is into this stuff and not just doesn't mind it, but actually kind of enjoys being filmed and being in front of the camera. So I feel like, well, my vlogs are usually just me because I very seldomly film like a lot of stuff where there's other people involved, because I don't want to make anybody uncomfortable. But so that was really new to me and really fun that we actually took the time to get some shots for the vlog. I really enjoyed it. And Robert, if you're watching this, thank you so much again. I'm really looking forward to this project now. Thank you so much for being here on this journey with me. I really appreciate it and enjoy it. I enjoy the conversations with you, both on my Instagram and here on YouTube in the comments. And yes, see you in the next one.